We have a sister by the name of Fawn Weaver. Now, Fawn is behind a new distillery honoring the black slave who taught Jack Daniel how to make whiskey. Yes, Jack Daniel's whiskey was a recipe from a black slave, okay? So all that great Jack Daniels you guys like to drink, and understand something. We have innovated this nation from liquor to inventions to whatever. We have done that. And slaves could not own patents and they couldn't take credit for their inventions. Black people created and then they put their name on it and say, oh, look what I created. Think about it. Why would they have to create anything? Why would they have to create liquor and cook and make this and make that? Just like they talk about the American flag. That Betsy Ross didn't make no American flag. A slave made that. Why would she need to sew anything when she had some of the best, seamstress from the Ashanti Kingdom right there on the plantation? Man, don't get me started about that American flag. Ain't no Betsy Ross made anything. And she know it, and the true historians know it. But if you look at this picture, now the brother that's sitting right next to the white man there, that is actually Jack Daniel himself. And the brother sitting to the left right there, that is George Green. George Green is the brother that made the liquor Jack Daniels that came up with the recipe. So anytime you're drinking Jack Daniels, understand a black slave made that recipe, but the white man took it from him, stole it, and benefiting even still to this day. So the sister came out with Uncle Nearest whiskey, okay? And she met with Nathan Nearest Green's descendants, who gave her permission to put the name on the bottle and to start Uncle Nearest Whiskey Company. Now, the brand itself is in 148 different countries, but we just have to go back to the story of how they stole. You understand, it's so many things that they stole from us. And that is, money, that is wealth. Look at all the wealth that came from Jack Daniels. Look at that. That belongs to that black family. All that wealth belongs to them. It doesn't belong to Jack Daniels and his descendants. Don't belong to them. See, this is the story of black Americans. We create things, they steal it. We build towns, they steal it, destroy it, etc. Constantly. See, that's why when you have other groups that come into America and then they have to have conversations, well, we come into this country and we do so well, but you blacks been here for hundreds of years. Why you aren't in that position? Well, black people not in that position because maybe if the family of George Green would have the wealth from their family member that created Jack Daniels, maybe they had that wealth, they family itself would not be in those positions. Or all the black people who had successful businesses and were lynched because their businesses was more successful than white businesses. Or that black man, because of his income, dressed a whole lot better than the white man. He got jealous and he wants to string him up. Understand? Oh, let's go destroy Rosewood, a town created by black people. Let's go take over the town that's in the area where the Wall Street is at, right, in New York. Let's go do all that because that is the area black people own. Or by Central Park in New York. That was a town that black people own. All the towns that black people own, not a neighborhood. We always talking about our neighborhoods and building the neighborhoods. Black people had whole towns that were taken away, that were destroyed by the white supremacists. And what this sister is doing is not only giving, homage and honor to this brother and his family, but it's also helping stir up, the conversation. So anytime you see that bottle of Jack Daniels, understand a slave made that, and that family that's benefiting now is stolen money. And that's the story of black America. Stolen money, stolen wealth, stolen legacy. That's why it's time for us to make those connections even with the continent, because it's time to wake up now. The days of us benefiting them has to go. They need to be on their own 2 feet, just like with the voting situation and all different things they look at black people to save them from. No, we're not saving you no more. You just stole too much from us. Figure it out on your own. It just makes me angry just thinking about all the wealth that comes out of Jack Daniels. Now listen to this. Jack Daniels on average makes about $3 billion a year. off of the recipe of a black slave by the name of George Green that you saw. The company itself worth $12.3 billion. That's what it's worth. That money belongs to the Green family. It doesn't belong to Jack Daniels. See, this is what I'm talking about. You talk about this wealth gap. All the things that they have never came from hard work. It came from thievery and destruction. And the thing about that is this. You think you can maintain everything through thievery and destruction, you can't. But those who are innovating, and I'm looking at all kinds of inventions young brothers are coming up with right here in America, and even things people creating in Africa. We know how to create. It's in us to take nothing and make something out of it. We just got to keep it in house. We got to connect on the continent, make business there, and then we can sell it back to everybody else. It's fine. But we need to own everything. There's nothing wrong with having a liquor. There's nothing wrong with owning, food or whatever else. Nothing wrong with that. Let me tell you something. I would attach myself to a liquor if it was good and it wasn't something that tastes bad. I would. Why not? Forget that. Black people have done everything. Create beer, whiskey, anything you would think of, black people have created, and these things have been good. You look at the story of the famous Amos Cookies and how he lost his situation. You understand? Every single time we create something as a people, here they come trying to steal it from us. So we cannot make the proper money. But shout out to the sister for doing that. I'm glad that she had the blessing, and I hope her company makes billions upon billions of dollars. So if any of you who do drink whiskey, try the Uncle Nearest whiskey. Try it out. At least you got the blessing from the family. It is a black owned whiskey. Stop drinking Jack Daniels. Even if you have to order the whiskey, order it. In 2020 and on, we need to make more of a conscious effort to support our own. And since we know the story of Jack Daniels, don't go drinking Jack Daniels, because any time you drink Jack Daniels, I hope you feel guilty, because that is a brother's recipe that was stolen. And you benefiting them folks. Every time you drink Jack Daniels, get Uncle Nearest, drink it at your house or whenever you're going to drink it, and help out not only the Green family, but also support your sister, because that would be the right thing to do. Now, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the situation with the Jack Daniels whiskey and also the Green family. Understand that is the constant story of Black America. The reason why we in this position is because white supremacy have made sure to put us in this position. And then the sick thing that they do, they let other groups come in and don't do them what they did to us. And then they allow people to say, why aren't y'all in the same position as us? And we just came in here last week. That's what made black people more pissed off than anything else. But the truth is coming out every day. And as I stated, the 400 years is over, brothers and sisters. It's over. Globally, it's over. That's why things are turning around. I hope you guys see the turn. It is a big shift that's happening right now with us globally.